So today we are going to present in front of you some problems with respect to the GATE examination. So first problem, when you are attempting for a GATE examination, whatever we have studied, first you watch all of my modules, transformer talks 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then you come at it. Because the basic procedure in any examination or as such any competitive examination is that they don't test your formula based or knowledge based, they test your concepts, internal concepts. Once you have developed any concept, it's very easy for you to solve any problem, and then you need a little bit of practice, but primarily the important factor is the primary concept. Now let's go for the first problem. So the first problem reads a single phase 100 kVA 1000 volts by 100 volts 50 hertz transformer has a voltage drop of 5%. So voltage drop of 5%. Okay. Its series impedance at full load is of 3%. Of this 3% is due to resistance. So its series impedance at full load of this is 3% and this is due to resistance. The percentage regulation of the transformer at full load with 0.8 power factor is. So this is my first question. So let's take it here. First question. So what does the question state? What inference we make? So what does the question state? Now, number one thing I can see that the given number one given thing is it's a single phase transformer. Okay, single phase transformer. Then it states the voltage drop of 5%. So 50 hertz. So the voltage drop of 5% is there. So percentage impedance drop, we can say that Z percentage drop is of 5%, and the drop in the resistance, I is resistance drop, is given as 3%. Basically this drop is across I into Z and I into R is 3%. Okay, so its series impedance at full load of this is at 3%. So now we know the value of Z percent, R percent. Power factor also it is mentioning, is giving the value of power factor of cos phi is 0.8. So from here he is expecting us to calculate the percentage voltage regulation at full load. So what does the load mean? What is the concept of the load? So usually we are loading the transformer at certain percentage of its rated current. Suppose if a transformer is 220 kV transformer and it is having a rated current of 8.7 ampere. So if we load it at exactly at 8.7 ampere means the loading value would be equal to 1. So we can load the transformer anywhere between 0 to 1. So this depends upon the loading vector and this depends upon the value of current. That's why we say that our copper loss depends upon the current and these constant losses are dependent upon the voltages. So the full load copper loss will govern your efficiency. Also, that we'll be studying in the third question. So let's concentrate on this question. Previously, in one transformer talks, we have seen one calculation wherein I have written like this. I'll be writing Vp by A minus Vp by A was given like this. Vp by A is equal to Vs plus J I R equivalent cos phi, J will not come for this, plus J I X equivalent sin phi. So if we want the per unit regulation, what I can do is that I can take this Vp by A minus Vs divided by Vs. If I do this Vp by A minus Vs divided by Vs, so I will get this R equivalent cos theta per unit plus J X equivalent sin theta per unit. That's it. So this value is the regulation value. This formula we have to remember. Voltage regulation in terms of, because this Vp by A minus Vs will go this side, divided by Vs, so Vs will come here. So this I by Vs will be this will come as not R equivalent, R per unit. Similarly here it will come in terms of per unit. This is the formula, simple formula. Here we have to substitute cos phi 0.8, sin phi will be 1 minus cos square phi, that is 1 minus 0.64 under root is 0.36 under root sin phi will be 0.6. Okay, z given, r percentage given, so z is equal to x percentage plus r this thing, so squaring this, squaring, so you get x is equal to 25 minus of r is 3, 9, so you get 16 under root of 16, the value is 4, so you get the value 4. Now the only thing is that you have to substitute the values. So again you have the percentage fraction loading that you have to multiply, x you have to multiply, x, the fraction loading which you have to multiply is 1 because it is at full load, so you have to consider this is at full load. So in this formula you have to substitute x and r per unit. Directly you will write 3, cos phi is how much, 0.8, there x per unit is 4, okay, and sin phi is 0.6, so 4 into 0.6 is 2.4, see here, 4 into 0.6, 2.4, 3 into 0.8, 3 into 0.8, 2.4, this plus, and this is 1, so we get a value of 2.4 plus 2.4, 2.4 plus 2.4 is equal to 4.8%. So this problem appeared in the GATE examination, very simple problem, so very easy to remember. This is a voltage regulation formula that you can keep in your mind. Per unit voltage regulation. Voltage regulation can be expressed as percentage. First of all, you have to see to the load. That is, this is the load. Load into your percentage resistance. Cos phi. This is per unit resistance. This is right, percentage per unit resistance plus percentage per unit reactance into sin phi. So this was the first problem. In this particular formula we substituted IIT Guwahati, 2 marks in our hands. So this is not a big deal about it. Let's not make a big deal. We have already seen this, and the theory also. If you are able to relate, please go have a look at the theory and you'll be able to do it very easily. Now let's, first problem is done. GATE 2018, we have dealt with this. Let's go with the second problem. Now the second problem, what it states is that, see, if an ideal transformer has an inductive load element at port 2 as shown in the figure, the equivalent inductance on port is, see, basically what it is saying is that you have transformer ratio n is to 1, okay. So on the primary side you have n, on the secondary side you have 1. So first of all you have to write what you want from this. See, you have an NP by NS. NP is how much? NP is n and NS is 1. So this is your transformer ratio, NP by NS. So primary side by secondary side. Now it's talking about what it's talking about. It's talking about referring. So in the previous discussion also when I talked about referring, so we saw that while we were referring, your RP was RS square by A, that you can see from the previous videos which I have loaded. So same thing here also. So what it wants is that this secondary should refer to your primary. Now when secondary is referring to the primary, so what happens is that the secondary is getting divided by your turns ratio. Sorry, this is not RS square, this is A square. So RP was RS by A square. So now here in this term, how much is our A square? NP by NS is A, so your A square is nothing but N square. So here again we have to consider this ratio and we have to refer this on the other side. So similarly here, if we want this LP on this side, that would be LS by N square, or in another terms, if you want LS, we can write N square LP. So by this term we can refer this to this side. Any which ways, if we want LS, we can write on the other side. If we want LP, we can write on the other side. So this is N is to 1. Suppose this was 1 is to N. In that case, what would happen? In that case, your ratio would become, your A would become 1 by N square, because your A would become primary is 1, secondary is N. So 1 by N square your A will become, and your LP would be your LS by A square. So LP would be, LS would remain as it is L, so LS value is given L. So your A square is now 1 by N square, so your LP becomes N square by L. So any which ways you can do this problem, there is no problem. The only thing is that you have to remember RP is equal to RS by A square. That formula is very important. Similarly, for the voltage regulation also, we have seen the percentage voltage regulation. What we can write is VP by A is equal to Vs plus I R X R equivalent cos phi plus I Ji X equivalent sin phi. So this is the terms that is involved here. One important thing is that if you have a lagging percentage voltage regulation for lagging power load, for leading power load, that you have to consider what would be your percentage regulation. For lagging power load, you have seen that your percentage voltage regulation is always positive. For leading power load, it can be either positive or it can be negative, or it can be 0 also, and 0 it would be at a leading power factor of 1045 degrees. Now let's go to the third question. Now what the third question reads, hope these things are clear. Let's see the third question, how it goes around. So the third question is that we have in a 50 kVA 1100 so in a 50 kVA 11 kV, this is not kVA, this is 11 kV by 400 volts transformer. The iron and copper losses are 500 watt and 600 watt respectively under rated condition. The efficiency at unity power factor and full load will be, see, full load is the percentage fraction. So here we know that the percentage fraction at full load X is equal to 1, okay, and power factor is 1. Power factor is 1. Now it's asking about us the efficiency. So the efficiency of any machine is output by input. So here the output of the machine is your kVA cos phi divided by your input would be, input is what? Output plus losses. So how do you represent? Output is same as kVA, only you will write. Losses, now there are two losses. One is your copper losses and one is your iron losses. Iron losses as such remain constant, so you will write as it is PA, but your copper losses depend upon this fraction, and the full load copper losses happen at rated current, and when that happens, the value of that fraction is taken as X is taken as 1. Here also that fraction you have to multiply. Here also you have to multiply. X is to be multiplied. Only in case of this will remain constant. So be careful. So this would be X square P copper. Now before calculating these losses, so we know the value of X is equal to 1. We know the power factor is equal to 1. We know the kVA value is 50 kVA. This is 50. We can directly substitute here. We can write 500 kVA is 10 power 3 divided by 1 into 1 by, because of the full load, in 10 power 3. Here also we can multiply 1, that fraction is there, and then your PI value is how much? PI value is 500 and this value is 600. So when we are calculating this value, we are roughly getting around 97.84%. So So this is our efficiency we are getting. So at this efficiency, what would be our rating of the machine? So the machine rating S would be 97.84 into 50, that comes around 46.54. Now the other question is that, so the efficiency thing we calculated, this is 97.84, so this thing is done, the efficiency thing is done, 97.84. Now the other question is that the load at which the maximum efficiency occurs and the iron and the copper losses to this load respectively. So the load at which the maximum efficiency occurs. So here maximum efficiency occurs when P iron is equal to P copper is equal to full load P copper loss, not at any load. Let me tell you, it has to be full load. So your P iron would be full load. So X is your full load, okay? So that is the value you don't know, X square into your P copper. Now you have to calculate how much is the value of X. In the other case, when you are taking the full load, you are assuming it to be the full load rated value. The current value is rated 8.7 only you have taken, hence 1. But while calculating the maximum efficiency and at what point it will happen, that time you have to calculate the factor at what point it will happen. Obviously your P iron value is given 500, your P copper is given 600. Yeah, here you can see your P iron and P copper value is given. Your iron is 500, this is 600. So you can calculate from here. So I will be rubbing this part, already we have calculated this. So you get X square is equal to 500 by 600, or in other terms under root of 5 by 6, and this value happens to be 0.9128. So this value is around 0.9128. Now one more thing is that now we calculated at what factor this will happen, the load at which the maximum, and iron and copper. See, now one important thing is that now a tricky question. Iron and copper loss at this load, how much it would be? Iron and copper loss. Iron loss would remain same only, na? It will remain same 500, and copper loss also, because already we have considered it for maximum efficiency. So it would remain same 500 and 600 watts. Hope this was a good session, and we will be doing similar questions from all the examination transformer. If over gate 50 or 60 questions have appeared, we will take similar questions of similar fashion over the years that have appeared, similar like 5-6 questions over the years, 10-15 questions like that have appeared in the gate examination. So these questions you can take any book and solve that from that, and study the basics and learn the basics and then apply it. Just don't remember on formula based. Study safe, play hard, and rest also, boost your immunity. And thank you very much, and we'll end the session here.